When somebody is upset and they start talking about something that's stressing them out, one thing that partners often accidentally do is they push more back at the person. So the person's trying to like vent out what is upsetting them. They're talking about how frustrated they are with their mother. They're talking about how frustrated they are with work. They're talking about how angry they are about the phone call they had with the cable company, whatever. And they're a little flooded because they're really upset about it. And they're just trying to get this stress out by talking to their person. They want some dyadic coping. They want some co-regulation. And their partner pushes air back into the balloon. And I will see it happen in session where, let's say one partner is saying something like, I know that I need to quit my job. We've talked about this a lot because of all the stress it's causing our family, but I just feel like it's going to be a mess. And then their partner will interrupt them and they'll do one of a few things. They'll either play devil's advocate, which pushes air back into this balloon that's already filled up. And if you push more air into the balloon, I ask them, what does that do? And the partner will say it pops the balloon. I say, yeah, you're going to pop your partner if you keep doing all this. So they'll play devil's advocate. Oh, I think that maybe if I was your boss, I would think the same things too. They will give advice while the person is still overwhelmed. And that never really works very well because the person will be like, I already thought of that and it's not going to work. Why do you think that I didn't think of that? And they get into an argument. They start to talk about their own problems. And so they'll say, you always make this such a big thing. I'm the one who actually has something going on. I don't know why you're talking about it so much. They'll dismiss them and put them down. This is such an easy issue. Why aren't you dealing with it? So I give them this image of, you want to imagine that instead of blowing anything into that balloon and filling it up more, you're helping to get the air out very gently. You don't want to pop it. But what are some things that pull the air out? Like curiosity, validation, empathy. All of that's going to help your partner get all of that out instead of pushing it in. And they'll remember that image and they'll catch themselves later on. They'll say, oh, I think I'm pushing air into the balloon right now. And their partner will be like, yeah, you are. I just need you to let me talk. And so you can give them that imagery if you want to help them to decrease that emotional temperature in the room. So I'm going to go over just a few more because there are a lot that we could go for in session, and I want to get to some of the out of session. So another is psychoeducation. So talking to people about what's happening to them is really helpful. Again, you're not doing it in the moment that they're feeling the stress state. You wait until after that break or after the breathing exercise or whatever it is. And you're going to talk to them about how everybody's just a human being. And when we become distressed, we move into a state of threat in our bodies. And what that can do is it can make it really hard for us to stay engaged with each other. And you can tell them what happened to them. You can even talk to them about the science of what happened to them. When you started to get, what did you notice happened in your body? Yeah, that's really normal. So you let them share with you. My heart was racing, or I start to have a stomach ache, or I actually have ringing in my ears, or I feel like my mind goes empty. And that is so normal that happened to you because you were feeling threatened. When people feel threatened, that's one of the things that happens. And so something that I think we want to work on is one, to not get to that threatened state, which we can do that by kind of working on learning how to be attuned with each other and present with each other. But also when you do, you don't have to push through it. If you start to notice, my mind went blank, I want you to get to a place where you're able to say, hey, I think I need a break. And so you can give them all that education that we even talked about in the last session. You don't want to go on and on and on, but you can give it in different little drips, every time that something happens.